what's up you guys? Welcome back. This will be my second video, and this video, basically I did like a blue, orange, reddish, yellowish kind of look, and it is inspired by my shirt. It is the Starboy cover of By the Weekend, and yeah, if you want to know how I got it, just keep on watching. This video will be a voiceover because it was just faster like that, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button. It would be very appreciated, and thank you. Okay, so I will be using the James Charles palette, and I will be grabbing my Morphe M441, and I will be using, oh, I guess I didn't show it. Well, I'm going to use the yellow shade in the palette, and I'm just going to blend that into my crease. Next shade you're going to dip into is the one by the orange shade. I'm not really sure what the shade names are called. And you're just going to blend that under the yellow. Next, I will be grabbing my Morphe M433 brush, and you're just going to dip into the red and place that under the orange. Basically just into your crease socket, like where your eyeball is, right where you feel it and in your crease. And you're just going to blend that in, but always make sure to grab your brushes that you used before and blend in the other colors because you want every color to pop. Okay, after you're done with that, you're just going to use that blue color, and the brush I'm using is the Morphe M562, and I'm just going to blend that very, how would I say this, just into my crease, but not above all the other colors. Just blend it into your crease and make sure it's below the orange, the yellow, and the red. And I'm just grabbing my other brush that I used the red with and blending it together because, as I said before, you want every shade to pop. Okay, and with the same brush, I'm just going to be dipping into a darker blue just to deepen everything. And in this part, what I'm basically doing is just blending it into my crease. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to grab the brush I used for the red shade. And I'm going to be dipping into the red. And I'm just going to blend that into the blue. Because I want every shade to show up. Because you don't want any shades to disappear. Because then what's the point of putting it? Okay, and once you're done with that, I'm just going to grab the first brush I used for the transition, and I'm going to dip into the orange and blend it a little bit above the red. I have very small eyelids, there we go. Okay, and just dip into the yellow and blend it at the very top of your crease. I have very small eyelids, so I don't have much room to play with, but I still try to make every color pop. Okay, for this part, I'm going to be dipping into the darkest blue, shimmery blue, in the palette. And with this, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Detailer brush. Sorry. And I'm going to grab my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to wet the brush, then dip into it, and sort of cut my crease, as I'm showing right here. Okay, just wet your brush. It just makes all the colors, shimmery colors pop. That's it. That's why I use it personally. Okay, I'm just gonna dip into it. I always like to grab a good amount because you can never have too much, you know? Okay, and you just want to start cutting your crease basically. And after this, we'll blend out the harsh lines, don't worry. Okay, and with the same brush I used to blend in the blue, I'm just gonna blend out the harsh edge. Okay, and just dip into the blue and blend out the shimmery shade and the matte. Just gonna blend them two together so everything is very seamless. And when you're doing it above your crease, be very careful. You don't want to bring the shimmer up because then you'll just have shimmer everywhere. And I'm just going to grab my shader brush, and I'm just going to blend everything in, but very precisely. Okay, and at this point, I was thinking about adding another blue, so I did. And I wish I added that blue from the beginning because it looked a lot better with the look. It matched more with the blue shimmery shade than any of the other two blues. So I highly recommend just using the last shade, but you could use the last two shades if you want, but I liked it better like that. And I'm just going to grab the red again because as you can see, I lost it and I want every color to shine. Okay, and with the orange shade, I'm just going to grab my blending brush and add it again. Because as you can see, we lost the colors. And I'm going to grab the yellow shade and just blend that into my crease. Once you're done with that, I did my other eye off camera the exact same way. And now I'm jumping into foundation, and I'm going to just drop my foundation on the back of my hand. I'll link everything that I use down below because it's just hard to explain everything because I'm kind of just like in my bed right now trying to chill. But yeah, I'm just going to grab any kind of brush and just swipe the foundation all over my face. Okay, now I will be using my Morphe sponge and just blend everything out basically. You want to make sure your foundation is always blended. There's never too much blending because you don't want to go out and later find out that you didn't blend it into your hairline or something. Okay, now for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. Just going to place that under my eyes. Down the bridge of my nose, above my lip, on my chin, and on my forehead. The same Morphe sponge, I'm just going to blend out my concealer. And like I said before, you can never do too much blending. You always just want to blend, blend, blend. Now that everything is blended, I'm just going to be grabbing my setting powder. I'm just going to tap the back, open it, and I'm going to get my damp Morphe sponge and place the powder underneath my eyes and everywhere else we concealed. Now that your concealer is set, just grab a big fluffy brush and get your setting powder and just set all of your face. And what I like to do after I set my face to my preference, I just take off my setting powder and yeah, I just feel like might as well because I already have my setting powder sitting there for a little bit. I don't like leaving it too much because I feel like it dries out my face. Now that everything is set, I'm moving on to bronzer. And the brush I'm going to use is the Morphe M530. And I'm just going to be dipping into my bronzer and place that basically where your contour goes. Now that that's done, we're going to be moving on to contour. And I'm just going to grab the cool shade and the warm shade because they both just complement my skin better. And I'm just going to place that basically where I put my bronzer just to deepen everything up because, you know, I want to look slim. I don't want to look like a round face. Because I do have a round face. I can't do anything about that besides when I wear makeup. I contour. And yeah. Okay, now that you're done with contour, I'm going to be grabbing my sponge and my powder. And I'm just going to be using the flat side. And I'm just going to bake my contour. Basically, what I do is I go from the top of my ear to the corner of my mouth. That's what I follow. And I'm just going to leave that while I do my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm just going to be doing my lower lash line, grabbing my James Charles X Morphe palette, and I'm going to be grabbing a shader brush, and I'm just going to grab the yellow and blend that underneath my lash line. Okay, once you're done blending the yellow, you're just going to grab the second transition color and blend that underneath your lash line. I wish I had the names to the palette, but I threw away the piece of paper it comes with, and I'm sorry about that. Okay, once you're done with that, I'm just going to grab my Morphe. Let me see. I'm going to be dipping into the red shade and blend that underneath my lash line using the Morphe M431 brush. And I'm just going to place that a lot closer to my lash line because the transition colors are what's making it blend seamlessly. With that, I'm just going to be grabbing the last blue shade I used, and I'm just going to blend that very, very close to my lash line. I didn't put too much because we already had enough blue on the top. It would just be too how would I explain it? Like too much blue. Okay, once you're done with that, I'm just going to grab my inner corner highlight brush, and I'm going to be using the icy blue from the palette. And I'm just going to be putting that into my inner corner. I thought it would complement the look very well, and guess what? It did. Okay, and once you're done with that, I'm just going to basically grab my big fluffy brush and wipe off all the powder that was cooking under our contour. Oh girl, look at that contour. Very sharp and very blended. Now time for my favorite part, highlight. Okay, so I'm just going to spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to be grabbing my Anastasia highlight, and I'm using the brush Morphe M510, and I'm just waiting for it to dry a little more, and just going to be highlighting my cheeks, my nose, and my cupid's bow, and my chin. Now I'm just going to set my face, and for that I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I do that before my eyelashes because I don't like to get my eyelashes wet, because then, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I feel like it feels weird. Okay, now that your face is dry, our next step, I'm just going to be putting on mascara. And you could use any regular mascara. It honestly does not matter. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to mascara. I really don't. As long as it does what it's supposed to, then honestly I'm okay with it. But yeah, just apply mascara. And usually I only do it to the top eyelashes first, because I feel like sometimes when I put on my falsies, they stick to the bottom ones, and that hurts trying to separate them. The lashes I'm using are Dodo lashes in the style D307. And the glue I'm using is the Duo Clear Adhesive Lash Glue. And I'm just gonna apply that to my falsies. And usually, here I am just measuring them. Okay, and usually what I do is I put about 2 layers of the glue. Sorry. I put 2 layers of the glue, and I blow on it for it to dry a lot quicker. You don't want it to dry all the way. Sorry. Let me reword that. I blow on it for it to get tacky. Because when it's tacky, it is a lot easier to apply. I'm telling you this from past experience, and a lot of YouTubers will tell you that. Like, I learned that from, I think, like, Gabriel Zamora, I'm pretty sure. Because he was like, you always want to make sure your lashes are tacky, because if they're not, your lashes just slip everywhere. And yeah. Okay, so usually what I do is I press it to the middle first, and then I place the outer corner, and then I work on the inner corner, and I just press my lashes together just to make sure everything blends very nicely. And once you're done with that, just, oh sorry, just keep fixing them to your liking. You always want to make sure you like what you see. And yeah. Now with the same mascara I used for my top lashes, I'm just gonna be applying that to my lower lashes. This step is honestly pretty self-explanatory. Just apply it how you would your top ones, but try your best not to get it on your skin. But if that happens, a trick I learned is let it completely dry. Do not try wiping it off right away. Let it completely dry and get a spoolie and just scratch it off, and it works. I promise you. Okay, now that I'm done with that, sorry, I'm just fixing my lashes. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm going to be grabbing the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. I think it's the first shade Rihanna came out with. And once I'm done with that, the whole look is completed, and thank you for watching. The next clip is a video of the look closer up because it didn't do it justice in the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.